First of all, unfortunately, we know the landscape associated with Glasgow, and I think too much can be read into certain words at certain times, and different contexts can be taken from that. But I don't think it was as literal as basically the words would suggest in terms of what Tav was saying. Of course, this is the level we've worked hard to get back to, the level we want to be competing at and testing ourselves at. So. Listen, I think more so that how I would take it would be that we want to be at that level, but we know it's very difficult for us to obviously try and do anything really special in the Champions League with the quality that's there. And unfortunately, we've found that out so far in the group, and our biggest chance of success in terms of winning things is going to be domestically, and I think that's kind of stating the obvious. But of course, we all want to be in the Champions League. We're desperate to get back to that level, and obviously we want to be getting better results than what we've shown, but it's we know the level's really difficult.
Stephen, as one of the most experienced members in the squad and one of the few players in the squad that's actually got Champions League experience, how important a role have you had to play in the last few days to pick the guys up that haven't had experience at that level before?
Yeah, listen, there's no hiding away from it. We've found it tough. Obviously the game the other night, the result in the end shouldn't happen even with the quality that they have, but we have to use it as a learning experience for the squad. And unfortunately, if you give good players time and space, then you get punished, and we found that out in a short period of time towards the end of the game after being really competitive for the first 45 to 60 minutes in the game. But you need to keep those standards throughout really, and we need to be at our very best for 90 minutes to try and get anything from the game, and but we're still determined to go and try and finish the two games strongly and take something from them. But of course, as a group, we just need to reset domestically. Our last couple of performances and results have been really good, and it's about trying to carry that on and make sure we bounce back from the other night.
Good morning, Stephen. The manager told us that Connor Goldson's going to be out for several months. How big a blow is that to you boys?
Yeah, it's. Well, I've just found that out if that's the case then. But yeah, it's a huge blow. Obviously, Connor's been a mainstay in the team since he's came to the club. We know how important he is both on the pitch and off the pitch for us. So it's going to be a huge blow. There's no getting away from that there. But unfortunately, injuries are part and parcel of football. And as I said, he's pretty much played every minute of every game since I've came here, since he's been at the club, and it's going to be a big loss.
Just talking about the whole injury situation, is it a massive frustration for you that the Rangers haven't been able to field what would be your strongest team this season? You've obviously, Phil Hollander's not come back, John Souttar's out, Tom Lawrence is now missing, and now you've lost Ryan Jack as well as Connor. It's going to be such a hard shift for you in the next 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah, I think whenever you mention the names that you're mentioning, they're all very important players for us and top quality players within the squad. So it's always going to be a blow to lose them. Obviously, the number that we have lost currently, it's really frustrating, really, because you want to have your best players available. You want to have a fully fit squad and everybody competing, and that makes the group stronger. And but as I said, that's part and parcel of football as well, and you have to deal with these situations at different times, and it's up to everybody else to step up and make sure we do our jobs.
How difficult is it getting into these Champions League games when the gap between the top teams in Scotland and the top teams in Europe seems so large?
I don't really, we all know the level and the level associated with the clubs that we're coming up against, but I think for us, we always go in, we want to be competitive. As I say, we have found it tough. We've been punished at different stages in different games when we haven't quite been at the level that we know we can hit, but our ambition is always to go out there and try and get results, and we've got 2 remaining games to try and do that. Going to be tough once a game, but we just want to go out and give our all, because at any level of football you can be competitive, you can go and get results, and if you're really at it and do everything right. But it's just about trying to put that together over the course of 90 minutes for us, and if we do that, then we'll give ourselves an opportunity. But it's always been a step up in terms of the class that we've played against previously.